Hey guys, what's up? My name is Chris. Welcome to my game space. Welcome to the Game Spacious room, guys. Right here is my pride and joy, my main wall of games. I started collecting games as a hobby back in 2014, mostly retro and modern games, as well as different systems and some fun collectibles that I have on display. So I'm going to take you through my games quickly and show you what are my favorites for each console. Starting with the top left is my Xbox One games. Awesome console, and I can't wait for the Xbox One X and true 60 frames per second with 4K resolution to come out. The Xbox 360 is one of my favorite consoles. Huge selection and variety of games, with a lot of games that are backwards compatible on the Xbox One and can play original Xbox games as well. It's also a good time to start collecting for the system, as prices are very cheap now. Another favorite console of mine is the original Xbox. I'm not an Xbox fanboy, but this console was so damn awesome, and it still is. It has amazing graphics, so many games, and it introduced Xbox Live for online play. This console knocked it out of the park. Here I have a few Game Gears and Atari 2600 games. I don't have a big selection, as it isn't one of my main goals to collect for right now. I want to collect more for the Saturn and Sega CD, but they are starting to get too expensive, so I may come back to it another time. Sega Dreamcast was another baller console that came out and was very short-lived. Another great selection of games for this console to collect for if you're starting out. At the bottom are my PC boxed and disc games, mostly older titles my brother and friend played back when we had dial-up internet. And DSL internet meant you were better than everybody else. Not my favorite to collect for, but the boxes are really unique and come in different sizes. Moving up to the second shelf at the top are my PlayStation 4 games. Not a huge selection yet, but I love this console's exclusive titles. Looking forward to getting more. Probably my least favorite modern console to collect for. Never been a fan of the PS3. I'm just happy there are ports on the PS4 that I can play on instead. Love this console. I still remember the first time I seen a PS2 for sale under the glass display when it was priced at $700 somewhere. The design blew me away. It was so sleek and powerful, and it was a while before I was able to get my hands on one, but this console holds a special place in my heart. Not big on the Sony handhelds right now, but these are great for gaming on the go. Got a few Japanese imports of my favorite Resident Evils and JRPGs for the PlayStation 1. Probably my all-time favorite console, the PlayStation 1. Very diverse selection of games, ton of JRPGs, it gave us survival horror, whatever, 3D action games, and so much more. Definitely love collecting for this console. Growing up, Final Fantasy VII has been my favorite game to play multiple times, but I just love too many games for the PlayStation 1 that I can't pick a single game. Here we have the greatest anime game of all time, Coyote in the house. I should mention this is sealed because it's worth it. Moving on, I have a complete in-box set for the core Pokemon games, including an English translated version of Green with a custom box and the Japanese versions as well. Got a few DS and Game Boy games here, nothing too big. Got 4 games for the Switch, and a small but growing collection for the Wii U. I'm aiming to complete this set because there are both great titles and a small amount to collect overall. The Wii gave us some fun titles, but so much stupid shovelware, so I just have the essentials right now. The GameCube is an awesome console, but I was more into PlayStation 2 at the time, so I don't have much. Alright guys, so that's the main wall of games. Moving on to the area where I sit and play my games and display my main consoles. Up here we have the Nintendo handhelds. I started with the original gray Game Boy with Tetris, like most other people my generation, and I worked my way up to the new 3DS. Under those are the Nintendo consoles, the GameCube, the Superboy, and the NES Classic Edition, Super Nintendo, and the Retron HD on top of the original NES. I play games on a Samsung 47-inch HD TV, where the room size is perfect and high quality. Here we have the Nintendo 64, the Xbox 360, Sega Dreamcast, and the PlayStation 2 all hooked up and ready to go. Under those on the left side is the Wii, Wii U, and the Switch. Beneath that is where I store my controllers, remotes, memory cards, or batteries. Moving on to the middle, we have the PlayStation 4, Xbox One S, and the original Xbox. On the right side is the Retron 5. PlayStation TV is underneath it, along with my Raspberry Pi and the Steam Link to play games on the TV if I desired. Beneath this is where I manage all my cables and switch boxes for all these consoles on the TV stand. The remotes are stuck on the doors using Velcro stickers, and it makes it really convenient to pull off and switch channels and to put back without losing it. To the right of the main gaming area is where I put more of my consoles up on display. Underneath the table is where I put all my controllers and accessories. Here we have the Game Gear, Sega Nomad, Sega Saturn, the Model 2 Sega Genesis with the 32X and CD attachments, Atari Flashback 5, Xbox Original Halo Edition, PSP and the PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and both the original PlayStation and Slim Editions, the Virtual Boy, the Power Glove, and the Halo 3 Collector's Edition helmet. On top of the drawers underneath it is the Butt Kicker Gamer 2. You can attach this to your chair for crazy vibration from the games. I'm hard of hearing, so it's extremely helpful and fun for me. Next to it is my original in-box Super Nintendo Super Set. I had this growing up with my brother. These drawers are fantastic and you can get them pretty much anywhere. You can see through them and figure out which drawer holds whichever controller or cables you're looking for. Over here is where the internet is. No, not that one. The internet from the IT Crowd show. The elders of the internet allowed me to show this on YouTube for you guys. Link to what this is in the description below if you are unfamiliar with this. This is where the magic of my job and YouTube editing happens. I'm a full-time web developer. Up here is my cover of Steve Jobs from the Time magazine and the vinyl record of my favorite album from Chevelle, Wonder What's Next. Right here we have the Audio Engine A5 speakers. Underneath it is my custom-built, water-cooled VR PC. I won't name off the specs, but it's perfect for any game I throw at it. Beneath the PC is my Audio Engine SH subwoofer. Again, I'm hard of hearing, so this is badass for me, and it probably pisses off the neighbors. Over here I have a little area for Destiny. A lot of people hate Destiny, but it pulled me in after the Taken King expansion came out. It's one of my favorite games for this gen. The bottom shelf is all Game of Thrones Funko Pops. Aren't they just cute? The middle row are from various movies and TV shows. Let me know if you recognize the three guys at the end. The top row is all Marvel. Can you tell I'm a fan of them? Moving on, we have some collectible statues and figures. Nathan Drake, Sniper Wolf, Mad Moxie, and the Revenant from Doom. Beneath these are where I currently have my HTC Vive and the OSBI headsets. Moving on to the Retro Game Show. This is an autographed blueprint of the first Macintosh signed by Steve Wozniak. one of Apple's co-founders. Here I have my Nintendo 64 games. I have labels, but I haven't placed them on yet. The Nintendo 64 is another favorite console of mine. Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and GoldenEye being my favorites for this console. I have 4 loose carts for Virtual Boy. Hard to find more these days. And these are the Super Nintendo games. I'm thinking of picking up a Famicom sometime soon. Lots of great games for the Super Nintendo. First console I ever owned. I got all the essentials I had growing up and more. Also got this great hack of Final Fantasy VII for the NES as well. Last but not least are my Sega Genesis games. This console introduced Sonic and I've been hooked on this console ever since then. This is my Thrustmaster TX racing wheel with a stand and gearbox shifter. I love this thing, it's so much fun on Forza Horizon 2 and 3. The final part of the video showcases the lighting I have in the room. It's very subtle and not obnoxious. The TV stand also has lights added in. You can change them individually or change them all at once with different colors and different effects. Well, that's all I have for you guys. If you liked the video, please subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks, and I'll catch you later.
Shutterstock